Hello, in this video I will be covering combining multiple PDF files and reducing file sizes. This makes it much easier to be able to upload your assignments to the classroom assignment area, and also it makes it easier for the instructors to download your files. All right, so let's jump in. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to Adobe InDesign, and this is where I have my projects. I have all 6 of my projects open. I have 3 in Illustrator and 3 in InDesign. So the first thing I'm going to do is in InDesign, and I'm going to create a preset that I can use for all of my files. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go to File and Export. Now I've got that named. I have on my desktop, I create a file folder, and I am going to save each one of my PDF files first using the smallest file size. Okay, I'm going to use the Acrobat 8.9 there, smallest file size. I want pages. Okay, in the viewing, you can go in here. You can actually do the actual size. You can change it according to what you'd like to do. I like to use 100% here, okay? And then optimize for faster viewing, and I always do the view PDF after exporting, excuse me, because I like to make sure that there's no mistakes. And then now we can go down to here and save this preset. We can name this reduce. Well, we don't have to name it reduce. Let's name it small, not smallest. We'll just do project PDF. How about that? That'll work. And then say OK. Now you notice up there it changed to project PDF, and I'm going to go ahead and export this. Don't worry about that. And it's going to open up somewhere in here. There it is right there. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to save that. Let's open that back up. All right, so there is my PDF for that. Okay, I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to my Properties. I'm going to take a look at this. Right now, my file size is a 1.37. Let's take a look at what it would be if I just saved it as a regular PDF. Okay, so I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Export, but this time I'm not going to use, I'll just name this Magazine 2, just so you guys can get an idea. And save. I'm going to do just regular, let's go do press quality. We'll do high quality is fine. And we'll leave everything in there, and I'm going to just go ahead and export that. Wait for that to open up. Okay. Now, if I go and I go to Properties, look at that, 9.52 megabytes. Look at the difference. So that's 9.52. I'm going to File and Properties. 1.37 megabytes. That's a huge difference, right? But now, with the file size with my preset that I've done, I can also now reduce this file size, okay? So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to save as other, reduce size PDF. Remember, this was the 1.52. And then we want to make sure it's retain existing, be in that PDF folder, or in that folder that we use, and we're going to override it and replace it, right? It says that some of them will not be downsampled, which is completely fine. And we're going to go up to Properties, which is Command D, and it's a 1.22 megabyte. So it reduced it somewhat, right? In order to save file size when you're reducing these files and make sure that you have a file that will upload quickly, you want to try to minimize the amount of megabytes that you have in one file by probably at least no more than 14, okay? So there's my first project. I'm going to go to my second project, and I'm going to go ahead and This is my brochure. I'm just going to go to File and Export. But this time, so I've got my PDF for print. I need to make sure I save it on my desktop on my in my Finals folder. And I'm going to go to my project PDF. It saves all those settings, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and export. Now let's take a look. Command D. This is a 202.87 kilobyte. Let's see if we can reduce it further. File, Save as Other, Reduced PDF, Override. Oh, I don't know why that does that. Come on. Save as. Well, I'll just finish off of there. It's telling me I don't know why I don't have. Huh, that's weird. We'll just save this here. And make sure it's in my desktop, Final Files. It's there. File. Save as Other. Come on now. Reduce files. It's not letting me do that. I'm not quite sure why. It's my assignment. I know it is. Well, I'm just going to save it. I'll save it in the desktop and I'll move it, I guess. Save. Let's see if it'll. See, that's kind of weird that it'll do. I don't know why that does that. I'm going to go back over to my desktop. And there's the finished PDF, and it is 1.95 instead of the 202. I'll drag that into the folder, and I'll replace it. That's fine. Okay. All right, so that's 2. Sometimes I run into that problem. I don't know with my computer lately. I don't know what's going on. But all right, so here's my website. And I'm going to File, Save As. Oh, not Save As. Sorry about that. File and Export. PDF for print, and I'm going to use my project PDF. It maintained that, and I'm going to export. And this is a 207 KB, and that's because it's one page. So, but I'm still going to File and Save as, Reduce Size PDF if it lets me, and replace. There we go. All right, so that's those 3. I can just close that. And now, in order for me to say that, since I'm doing the PDF already, I'll just leave them open for now. I'm going to come over to my Illustrator. The first thing that you want to do is you want your die line, make sure your die line is on your top layer of any package design, okay? That definitely needs to you need to make sure of that, okay? So, and it looks like I have an issue with my die line, right? Do a Command A. And there we go. And I'm going to hold my Shift key. I'm going to Shift and Option and try to make sure everything is on the artboard. So it looks like part of my die line somehow got shifted off the artboard, or the artboard got resized somehow. So I'm just going to go ahead and fix that. Okay. So now I'm just going to save this first. All right, so I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to save as my PDF for print. PDF right here. And I want it on my desktop in my Final Files folder. And save. Come down here and look, My project PDF is right there. That's the reason why we started out at InDesign. InDesign has that capability to let you create your own project. Now with these, you don't want to preserve, you want to make sure this is unchecked, okay? Preserve Illustrator capabilities, because if you check it, it's going to substantially make the files larger. Okay, and we want to view PDF and optimize for faster web view. And we're going to save that PDF. I'm going to say OK on that and say OK. And there is my package. Command D. It's a 6.74 megabyte. We can probably get this down a little farther. File and save as, or save other. Reduce size PDF. And then say OK. T package PDF and save, and it's not letting me, so I'm going to do it right on the desktop again. I'm not quite sure. You shouldn't have this problem. It's just something that I've recently come against. I don't know what's going on, but it allows me to, I don't know. It allows me to save it in another direction or another file folder, but it might have to reformat or something, maybe. And replace. Okay. That's my T package. So I'm going to go back over to Illustrator. I'm going to go to my Cleveland billboards and go to File and Save As. My PDF. Oh, I don't want to save it there. I want to save it on my desktop. And save. Make sure I have my project PDF. Automatically made sure that I don't have any of those extra things that I don't need. This is one of the reasons why your files are so large, is because between the downsampling of taking off the layers and the smallest file size, it's allowing the file to be a lot smaller. If you don't uncheck those, it's going to make the file huge, okay? Right now, that's 462. So let's see if we can get it farther down. Save as other, and I'm not even going to try to save it in that folder because it wants to give me a hard time. So I'll just save. All right. Sorry, my dogs are barking apparently. So I'm going to just, now this is at 438 KB now. This and replace. Sorry, sounds like my dogs want to eat the mail. All right. So that is taken care of. Let's move on to the last one, and that is the milk carton. All right, there I have all my dial line is intact. Make sure that you are turning off the carton info. Okay, we don't want that as part of the design. But the dial line needs to be on top. Okay. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to save as my PDF. And I'm going to use the same setting, my project PDF. Everything is the same, and save. Just like so. Command D. I have 193.45 KB. And so far, our project's going to be a lot smaller. But I'll just reduce it anyway. And I'm just going to put it right on the desktop because it wants to give me the problem there. And I'll just go in and replace it. All right, so I've got, well, this doesn't belong in here. Give me a second to pull that out of there. There we go. We've got 1, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's see. Which one is it? 10 megabytes. I don't want this magazine in here. Take that out. And 6. Now I need one more thing. And my PDF, or my postcard from Photoshop. Okay. Now in Photoshop, it's much the same, but we're going to go to File, and we're going to export, or I'm sorry, yeah, export. No, save as. All right. And we are going to go to Photoshop PDF. We're going to uncheck the layers. It doesn't give that option with the PDF here, okay? But we still want to uncheck those layers right there. All right, and save. And let's actually go to desktop and save. And I'm not going to show this. Settings are chose for reboot. It'll pop up. Now we want to go to smallest file size and or PDF, project PDF, okay? And we will save the PDF. I'm going to go to File, or I'm going to go over here. It doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't open up with my Photoshop. Not quite sure why, even though I had it, but we're going to go to the Final Files and Postcard PDF. That is a 149 KB. I'm going to still see if I can reduce this. It probably won't let me do it again in here, but we'll try. Postcard and replace. Well, it does. Okay, so now I have all of my files. I'm going to close that. All right. So let's go over here to the PDF, Adobe Acrobat Pro. We're going to go to File, and we're going to create combine files into a single PDF. You can come right here and you can add files. And you can hold your Shift key down and select the top one and then the bottom one. It's got all my project files in here, okay? And then add files. Now you can rearrange these the way that you think that you need to have them. For instance, you want to put your website with your postcard possibly, and you want to put your billboards with that, right? That's the one whole campaign right there. Maybe you want to put your package designs with your package designs. Maybe your print designs with your print designs, okay? It's up to you. And then you're going to just press Combined up here, and it'll automatically have everything for you, right? Now I'm going to go to Command D, and let's see how big this file is. Look at that file size, 3.44 KB for this right here. So I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to Save As. Choose a different folder. I will put that in my desktop right here. This is going to be my DES, whatever the course is. I'm just going to put Project Files. Make sure I don't use any spaces. And then I'm going to save. The whole folder is an 8.81 megabyte, okay? Let's take a look over here. Desktop. The Final Files. Project Files. No, it's a 9.2 megabyte. Sorry about that. So you're well under 14. Okay? So that is how you do a combined PDF. Okay, these are for good projects for capstone or for your DS250 or for your AD, to send the files to your AD to have them mark them up for you. All right. Have a good day.